Hello and welcome to my channel. Today's pick a pile is going to be a tarot spread that I found on Pinterest, and it's titled Trick or Treat Halloween, and it's by Ethemy, and I will, if I remember, I will put the link to the tarot spread in the description box below. But basically what this read will encompass is 5 questions, and the first one is costume. Who do you really want to be deep down? What desire wants to be expressed? Number 2 is trick. What has you fooled? Number 3 is treat. Where is the gift? Number 4 is sour. What are you holding on to and need to let go of? And number 5 is sweet. What can you embrace more of or do more of? So the way I have it set up is I'm going to use both tarot and oracle cards, and I've already drawn the oracle cards for each pile, but I'm going to go ahead and shuffle for the tarot cards as we go along. So go ahead and focus and pick whichever pile you're drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one pile, that's good. I personally, just whatever I'm drawn to, I try not to overthink it, and that's what I will pick. So we'll go ahead and get into it for those of you who picked pile 1. Oh, by the way, the artwork that is here, this is done by Terry Foss. She has an Etsy store, and that's where I've got these from. We're also going to be using one of her oracle decks in this reading. It's called Earthly Souls and Spirits Oracle, and I believe I also got that off of Etsy, but I don't remember. Okay, so pile 1. Let's see. We'll go ahead and we will start with your oracle cards, and then we'll kind of do the tarot to kind of go more in depth. So for the first card, I think I might, well, okay, no, we'll just do it this way. I was thinking about going backwards from 5 to 1, but we'll start from 1 and go work our way to 5. So the oracle card that came out for your costume, who do you really want to be deep down? And what desire wants to be expressed? You got the Dancing Witch, freedom to move in any direction. For trick, what has you fooled? You have epiphany and reveal your gifts. For treat, where is the gift? And you got the card healer. And I'll put all of the oracle decks and tarot decks I used down in the description box below as well. For number 4, sour, what are you holding on to and need to let go of? So 2 cards came out. We have Lilith and Sharon, I believe is how you say that. And then for the 5th one, which is sweet, we have what can you embrace more of or do more of? And you got the card Imagine, and this is the Earthly Souls and Spirits Oracle deck. So right off the bat, I feel like you are somebody who has healing talents. The card says, listen as the medicine bleeds through her teeth, a river of mercy blessed by Mother, seen only by those who hold her mirror. So, for the fourth one, what are you holding on to and need to let go of? I feel like you guys are having a hard time transitioning into out of an energy that is built upon necessity instead of maybe taking some risks and letting go of certain situations or people. I also feel like there might be some blockages here with this card, Epiphany. I feel like you guys are healers, but you're blind to this fact because there's some sort of wound that's causing you to remain blind in some way, in some capacity. You feel restricted. And maybe that's because you're not trusting your own instincts. There could be somebody here that is also maybe clouding your judgment about yourself. They're telling you things about yourself that you are starting to believe. Like, for instance, like maybe you felt like you had these abilities, whatever these healing abilities may be, and they have told you that maybe you're crazy for feeling this way. Because with the Lilith card, now I don't necessarily view Lilith in this light, but in this particular deck, she is portrayed as the thief of life. So this person could be robbing you of your gifts or your freedom, of somehow your joy. Or you also could be doing this to yourself. There could be like this a nihilist kind of approach to life. Maybe you feel like maybe you're bogged down by just the grind of life, and so you're kind of just living out of necessity, and you're not doing the things that bring you a sense of passion and freedom. And so maybe your gifts are being turned off, so to speak, because you're so bogged down that there's really no time for anything else. yeah, so the need to let go of this kind of doomsday-ish kind of vibe might be something that, like, maybe, like, changing your perspective to look at things a little bit differently. Like, I can't really think of an example at the moment, but maybe having gratitude for what you have instead of harping on what you don't have and how hard it might be to have what you have, if that makes sense. So there's a few scenarios that could be playing out here, and because of this daily grind, you feel restricted. Like, there's not much freedom to do anything, maybe monetarily or time-wise or something along those lines. So, something you can do to embrace more of a sweet kind of emotion or feeling is to honor your imagination more, and this could maybe help you to transition into a more easy way of existing instead of like this nihilistic approach, because I feel like this energy just feels like it's like just trying to survive, like your head is barely above water. So like maybe finding the magic in life could kind of reignite a lot of things. It could bring you back to this kind of this healer that's within you, because you'll have this epiphany about your gifts, and you won't be blind to them anymore, and it'll make you see the world in a different way. Maybe, just put on some music and dance, just like a goofball, just dance, and try not to take things so seriously, because life can definitely bog you down, but it's when we take it so seriously that we almost let it win, But you definitely have healing abilities. Number 22, that is a master number. That is somebody that has the ability. I think of 22 and 33 for me in terms of numerology. I think of the magician. They are people who are able, their thoughts really dictate how their day will go, how their life will go. And so if your thoughts are kind of in this kind of this like eat or be eaten mentality, then you can only get so far with that kind of frame of mind. So be mindful of your thoughts, because they really do build your everyday situation. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. That's so funny, because I'm sitting here talking about how your thoughts dictate how your day and your life will pan out, and literally the Wheel of Fortune pops out. So 7 of Swords. So yeah, there's like conflict, like you kind of have this, like the Empress. Oh, I love that. The Empress right under the healer. So there may be mistrust that you have for people. So throughout life you've learned that you can't trust people. But the thing is that is probably very well true. But what you can do is manifest people that you can trust and rely on, and that have your best interest at heart, and that share the same vibes that you have. So manifesting good people in your life, draw them to you, instead of like these kind of like shady people that you might keep encountering throughout life. I get the vibe that there's a lot of kind of negative Nancy's that you are around, and maybe you have kind of just become this way, and maybe not even realizing this is what you're getting sucked into. But I do get the sense that you want to break free from this. Yeah, that's so funny. Okay, yeah, the Hermit in reverse. And usually I don't really like reading reversals. I guess I do and I don't. But it's funny that this came in reverse, because I just said you wanted to break free, and this is literally an energy of wanting to break free. The Hermit doesn't want to be in hermit mode anymore. They want to break free. So that's a little bit of confirmation, which I can definitely appreciate. So the King of Swords in reverse. Again, mentally wanting to break free. Physically, mentally wanting to break free from this kind of hold of kind of just like really negative Debbie Downer kind of energy. Queen of Cups. Again, emotionally, mentally, physically, wanting to break free. All in reverse. Into this 10 of Cups energy. More emotionally balanced and fulfilled. It can be really a difficult task, especially if it's like family or people that you've been friends with for a long time, or even your job. Sometimes you can't just walk away from your job as much as you want to. It could really be hard to transition into a different, away from this kind of like really negative energy into something that is better for you. So we have the Two of Wands. And if we look at the imagery on here, there's squabbling. So I feel like there's like this want to break free from this kind of just really imbalanced, like that it's not something that you want to be a part of, but you don't know how to break free from that. 7 of Bats. What are bats? I gotta remember. King of Bats. Are they swords? And oh wow, Queen of Bats in reverse and King of Bats upright. Let me just make sure Bats is swords. Yes, they are. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we see like oh, wait. So we have Seven of Swords twice. Yep. So there's definitely an energy here of some sneaky energy. Sneaky, somebody who I think really thrives in conflict, and I get the feeling that if you look at this King of Swords kind of has like feminine features almost. Let me look at this. So I get the feeling that maybe you're dealing with like a female, or it's feminine energy that's like really sneaky and just kind of like just a really negative energy, and you want to break free from this. You want to, but you're having a hard time transitioning into a new mindset. But once you learn how to transition away from this, despite maybe cutting ties with this person is what is necessary in order to transition, because then their energy isn't penetrating your energy field, and you don't have to worry about taking on their kind of negative viewpoint. So, or just really setting some boundaries, some hardcore boundaries. Like maybe if they're talking about something that's really just not, you don't want to engage, maybe just kind of not saying anything in response, so they kind of get the hint that or just be honest and say, you know, this is not working for me, and I don't want to live in this kind of energy, because it's clear that you want to I mean, the whole reading is talking about how you want to break free from this kind of negative energy. I get the feeling that the person is also, person or persons are very conniving. So once you are able to break free from this, you will have a huge epiphany. You'll be able, it's like your energy will come through clearer, and you'll be able to see, not only will you be able to see yourself clearer, but you'll be able to see what was happening clearer too if you just take a break from this whole situation, whatever this is. So pile 1, that's what I got for you guys. I hope it's helpful. If this resonates with you, please leave a comment below, because I am curious as to what this might be, and how maybe you remedied it, or maybe you just need a confirmation that this was actually happening too. Like maybe you feel stuck, and maybe this is how the world just works, but it's not. And so here's confirmation that you are kind of in this really low vibrational kind of energy with these people, whoever they may be, and that you really, your desire is to break away from it. So again, I hope that was helpful, pile 1. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, and if you would like to leave a comment below, that would be helpful as well. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye, pile 1. Alright, pile 2. Oopsie. I'll just say the other. Pile 2. So we'll start with your oracle cards, pile 2. If I can get them. Okay, so pile 2. So let's see. Okay, so your costume is, who do you really desire to be deep down, and what desire wants to be expressed? And you got breathe. Number 2, which is trick, what has you fooled? Oh, you know what? I think I did this back. Oh, I did this backwards. My apologies. So the costume, who you really want to be deep down, and what desire wants to be expressed, is the Crystal Witch. My apologies, pile 2. Mental and physical healing, which actually ties into this, but we'll get to that in a moment. For number 2, what has you fooled? We have sorry, I am a little okay, so what has you fooled is the Sacrifice card. Treat, where is the gift? Silence. Sour, what are you holding on to and need to let go of? We have Abraham and the Prince. And for sweet, what can you embrace more of or do more of? We have breathe. Okay, so overall, what I'm getting for you guys is really there's a power in stillness and silence for you guys, and perhaps maybe like not being reactive to certain situations, and maybe like taking a step back, and before reacting you take a step back and you take in the information and then react. What are you holding on to and need to let go of? You have justice, truth, and duty, Abraham and the Prince. Sorrow, lost valor, and serendipity. So maybe there are situations that, as much as you can see what's going on, and no matter how much you tell somebody what's going on, it's not going to matter to them, because they have to kind of process it in their own way. And so this might be a situation of like a lot of give, and well, a lot of take and no give, and there's like this imbalance going on. So again, I see like in this silence card, I noticed the pumpkins, and pumpkins symbolize abundance and prosperity, but they're behind her. So it's like you're not seeing what's behind you because you're so focused on trying to get someone to see something, but they're not going to see it the way that you see it. And so all in all, you're kind of fooling yourself, thinking that you're making this kind of sacrifice, when really what needs to happen is it needs to be let go of. And once you let go, the mental and physical healing can then start to happen. This card says, there is a sweet embrace in the nothingness. Stillness brings a presence of self fully embodied. And I love that, because I think for pile 2, what really is needed here is just a retreat. You need to sit with yourself in silence and reflection and stillness. Which can be terrifying for some people to do, but in all honesty, when we give ourselves this gift, we learn so much about ourselves when we learn to be alone and to reflect on not only why someone is doing what they are doing, but maybe why am I tolerating this, or why do I feel the need to push this, or why is it such a battle? Because if things don't ebb and flow on a kind of copacetic level, then in turn we are forcing things, and you never want to have to force somebody to see something, because if you have to force them to see it, it's not truly there for them. And actually, in the imagery of this art, I see that they're kind of entwined with the rope that they're holding on to, but the person in the middle, like the first and the third person are holding on, the person in the middle doesn't have a hold on that rope, so it's like they're not connected in a sense. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull some tarot cards. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. I freaked out a little bit. I thought it wasn't recording. Sorry. I almost had a heart attack. Okay. Okay, we have 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so yeah. There is a partnership here that is not copacetic. It's not working. there's a disconnect going on. And truly you're sacrificing your time and energy and exerting your energy to try and get somebody to see a situation that they really can't see. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So all the hard work that you think you're making, you know, it's not being considered. And the 10 of Cups. So yeah, this is emotionally draining. So there's this effort being put forth by you that's not being reciprocated, and there's a reason for this. It's because you're meant to walk away. 4 of Swords, yeah. Oh wow, look, 10 of Cups, upright, Queen of Cups. And the Hermit. Oh, goodness. I love this. Okay, so listen. This card with the Hermit, the Silence card, you are meant to kind of just... You're meant to walk away from whatever this relationship, or whatever this is, and really reflect on everything. And... there will be a light, like a kind of an epiphany moment for you guys once you take the time to really reflect on this whole scenario here. There's the 4 of Swords. Not only is this whole thing exhausting mentally, and emotionally, there's this whole theme here of just like resting, sitting with your silence, and then the Queen of Cups and the 10 of Cups here. The result is essentially gonna be that you will feel emotionally fulfilled. You'll start to emotionally heal, which is what you want. This is what you want deep down. This is what you desire, is a mental and physical healing. And that will start once you walk away from whatever the situation is. Yeah, see? 8 of Cups. Walking away from this mental torment, or this emotional torment. You're walking away from it. That's what needs to happen here. And I really, honestly, that really just confirmed it. Yeah, check it out. 10 of Wands. 10 of Swords. Yes, 10 of Swords. You walk away, and this burden is released. Like, no questions. Not a doubt in my mind. So, pile 2, that is your reading. I hope it was helpful. If it was, please leave a comment below to let me know if it resonated at all. I'm curious to know if that made any sense to anybody. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. Bye. Alright, pile 3. Pile 3. Okay, so we'll start with your oracle cards here. So, costume. Who do you really want to be deep down? What desire wants to be expressed? And you got the Winter Witch, provides stillness to reflect. Number 2, Trick. What has you fooled? And we have Translucence with Love and Darkness. Number 2, Treat. Where is the gift? We have the Third Harvest. Actually, you got 2 cards for this. You got the Third Harvest and the Black Cat. Oh, okay, yeah. Number 4, Sour. What are you holding on to and need to let go of? And you got Arwen. You got a card. Arwen. I don't know how to say that. And then for Sweet, what can you embrace more of or do more of? And you got the card Enchanted. So, where is the gift? You got the Third Harvest, which says, Daughters of the woods, fill thy sacred swell with suppleness, taste the gathering of honey's milk filling with your emptiness. And then you got Black Cat, which says, there's a curious journey into the depths of the unknown, hidden so deep that only the brave will gracefully return with light in their eyes and shadow leading home. And then for Sour, what are you holding on to that needs to let go of? The Master of the Great Hunt, which is authority, the hunt, and natural balance. So for pile 3, I definitely see kind of like a Dark Night of the Soul thing going on for you guys. Maybe learning to let go of control in some aspects of life. You could potentially be doing some shadow work, and I see that you have, with this translucent card here, you have the number 33, which is a master number, which to me signifies like an energy of somebody who understands the depth of darkness. It's somebody who has a good understanding of all aspects, light and dark, and everything in between. So what you desire and what you wish to embody deep down is a stillness. I think that you guys want to embrace like a much calmer life. I get the vibe that life has kind of been tumultuous, a lot of turmoil, a lot of toxicity perhaps. Maybe some of you know that the shadow work is occurring, but maybe some of you don't understand what's going on here. And so shadow work can be very grueling, but very rewarding. And so with this Black Cat card, it says there's a curious journey into the depths of the unknown. A lot of people are scared to go into these unknown territories, but it is kind of this macabre yet very rewarding journey that takes place when you do shadow work and shadow healing. So if you're not familiar with that, maybe look into that and see if this is kind of coinciding with like a Dark Night of the Soul situation. Dark Night of the Soul, it's like everything just kind of collides. All these aspects of life just seem like could it get any worse? That's the feeling that occurs. But what's really happening is a breakdown of ideals. Maybe that's not the best way to say it, but a breakdown of self, really, so that you can build up yourself into the person that you were meant to become. And it could be a lot. It could be a very dark place to venture into. But if you are brave enough to go there, you will gracefully return with light in your eyes and shadow leading home. So I really feel like you guys are really going through it. Yeah, there's a need to control what's happening, but the more you control it, the bigger the pool is going to be. You have the owl and the moon in the art that you chose, and these both signify not only deep intuition, but also deep wisdom. So there's kind of a theme for all. So pile 2, if you were drawn to pile 3, if you were drawn to pile 2, I would go ahead and watch that, because there's kind of a theme between the two here about really like taking the time to just embody stillness and being in stillness, so that there's no noise kind of clouding what's coming in. Maybe I'm hearing like a good thing to do is kind of like write out your thoughts, journal your thoughts, but also to trust your instincts. If you feel like something is occurring, don't doubt that. With this card, Love the Darkness, I don't think this at all pertains to like an actual love. This is you learning to love the darker side of life, the darker side of your being, and embracing that. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to go to places that feel painful, because when you can go to that place and when you can embrace this side of yourself, you are honoring it. And then in honoring that, you can learn to put it to rest. So there's definitely this really big energy of darkness, this all-encompassing darkness. So you have the dark night of the soul going on here and shadow work going on here. So like it's a lot. It's a very heavy, intense energy. But once you get through it, you will understand. It'll make sense as to why. Well, you know, in a way, some of it will make sense, and you'll start to understand, like, this was to essentially make you into the person that you were supposed to be, which is the Hierophant. You're very intuitive, and like a lot of spiritual knowledge. And this card with the Winter Witch, winter is coming up, and so, oh, I didn't even notice. Oh, the Empress. Wow. Both were reversed, which to me says that this energy right now is stifled within you, but once you come out of the other side, this is the power this is the kind of really amazing energy you're going to embody, the Hierophant and the Emperor. You're gonna be in your power big time. But as I was saying, the Winter Witch, winter is coming up, and winter is a time to really rest and reflect on everything that's happened. Knight of Swords in reverse. I think I want one more. Oh, yep, I did. And 10 of Swords in reverse. So, you won't feel so mentally bogged down when you start to really work on this shadow part of yourself. Like, I can promise you, if you deny this kind of pull to heal the shadow side of yourself, it's never gonna let up, and you're just gonna feel like life is just bombarding you with, and if the same things keep coming up, those are the things you need to reflect on, and the things that you need to think about. And do I need to let this go? Is it worth my is it growing me, or is it stunting me? So the Knight of Wands in reverse. So we have the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords in reverse. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I would watch pile 2. The Hierophant. Again. Yeah. This is... Okay, so pile 3, you have a lot going on. It's a lot. And just know that it's not all in vain at all. I think sometimes we can't really appreciate who we truly are until we've been through a lot of stuff. Like, I get the sense here that you guys are spiritually, some kind of spiritual healer in some form or another. So you will be able to help others because you have all this knowledge, this kind of, because you've been through it yourself. So the Queen of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. So yeah, there's like an emotional healing that will start to unfold once you embrace the stillness. I keep hearing journal. I think there's like a really big need to release all of this. Like, a good way to release things, in my opinion, is to write things down and burn them. Because you are, in a sense, letting go of that burden, that thought that's burdening you and weighing you down. Write it down, burn it. In whatever way feels comfortable to you. because you have the Tower here, which definitely, it's in reverse, and you definitely, this is definitely big time Tower energy, but it's going to come to an end once you reflect on all of this. Maybe even literally go into the forest, go into nature, just be still in nature. And also, yeah, okay, the Magician, yeah. Yes, okay. Yeah, you guys have the ability to... So the Magician originally came out in reverse, and so you guys literally have the potential to release yourself from this energy. It's very doable. And it may feel very hard, but it's doable. And once you do release this energy, you guys will be really kick-ass at manifesting. You'll understand. And too funny, because I was going to say this card right here, this is the card. What can you embrace more of or do more of? And magic. Embrace the magic of life. Look for the little things that bring you joy. So not only do I think it would be a good idea to write down all the things that have bogged you down, that just kind of play through your mind over and over again, and burn it. Say goodbye to it. I also think it would be really good to have a gratitude journal, and even just one thing a day, just the littlest thing. Like sometimes I'm just grateful for my comfy pillow, you know? Showing gratitude really long term shows us the magic of the world. And with the Magician coming out and Enchanted, I feel like magic is probably a big theme for you guys. Like just from all of this darkness, like really embracing, like, I guess a good way to put this is with shadow work and with people who are often going through shadow work and a dark night of the soul situation. They've a lot of times had a very difficult childhood, and they didn't have a childhood. And so embracing your inner child is something that might really help and benefit you, and can be difficult. Right? Because it's essentially mothering yourself. So what things can you do that would bring you just a little sense of joy? Is that coloring? Even though you're an adult, that's something that could also bring stillness, because you're so focused on coloring something, your mind isn't racing, and you're creating something. There's a sense of magic about coloring, right? I don't understand why that has to stop at a certain age, which is probably why adult coloring books are so popular now, because there's just something whimsical about being able to do that. So just finding the magic in everyday life and embracing that. Going out into nature and maybe just watching the bees pollinate, or a butterfly, or just really sitting with yourself. And maybe because life has been so chaotic, you don't know yourself. So getting to know yourself will also help the healing process, because then that in turn allows you to understand what it is you really truly want out of life and the boundaries that are necessary to set to move out of this really toxic energy. So, Title 3, that is what I have for your reading, and I hope it was helpful. Please leave a comment and below if you felt this resonated with you. I'd love to hear about it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if I didn't already say that. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.